So let's talk about some of the trends or the predictions in 2026. Prediction number one, I believe all AIs start to reach parity in terms of the efficiencies of and the ability for reasoning and the ability to provide the accuracy and avoid hallucinations. We're already seeing this between Gemini, OpenAI, Anthropic, and even with Llama. So these models will continue to evolve, and I think they start reaching parity towards the end of the year. What this means is we start becoming indifferent with which model we use. Maybe there's a level of specialization that each model offers. For example, Claude might be used for development, OpenAI more for general intelligence and reasoning, etc. So that's one prediction. The second prediction I have is probably more around the markets and the smart money, and where currently the AI boom has been focused on the Magnificent Seven. I think there's going to be a little bit of easing in terms of the overvaluation of stocks, and we're going to get a little more into the detail on the efficiencies of AI and are they really driving those efficiencies. I think we would see a little bit of a sell on a lot of the AI stocks, simply because I believe some of the valuations are just a little bit harder to stomach at this point, given how much investors have really embraced the AI phase. So there's going to be that from a financial perspective, which then results in probably, a few clearer winners and also some potential losers that, may be forced out of business or forced to merge, etc. Noticed and recently read an article on how long it would take from a user writing a query to going to their website. And it would be, almost from the time you write a query, you get the result and you click and it takes you within one hop. Now that it's on Google, if you're using AI assisted and you look at the summaries, it's not immediately taking you there. So it's like 3 hops. And in some cases, with AI and automation, it's 18 hops. So I think there's going to be some innovation in the advertising space and SEO world, and how AI is going to start injecting or providing what we call AI optimization. You'll start seeing brands and enterprises figuring out how to get more into the space. It's sort of like the early days of search, where Google did not have advertising. Now what happens when all of the search and discoverability is happening via AI? And that how there's going to be a whole new potential framework in which enterprises might be putting that spend into AI optimization. Another one that I would think is a key trend that I'm going to be keeping my eye on is verticalization of AIs. We have these general broad AI models that are out there trained on everything. But as we're going to get more specialized and you want to start getting to a Six Sigma like satisfaction on the accuracy of answers and avoiding hallucinations, I think that the players that will win that are the ones that verticalize. I spoke about it in a prior video, but individuals or organizations that develop, like maybe potentially what Bezos is doing with Prometheus in manufacturing and operations, you're going to start seeing more of these AI solutions that are really purpose-built for a particular industry and much more of a defined set than the broader, overall LLMs right now that are trained on almost everything. Being in the consulting world and advising more clients and seeing what's going on, some are hiring, some have been flat, some have been struggling to grow. But I know they'll all get there. I believe is the way humans will start becoming how work changes. I think there's a huge impact that goes probably beyond 2026. And more, I had this thought many years ago, we all become an individual enterprise, each individual having their own value proposition, their own skill set, that getting monetized at a point in time as and when needed, versus this concept of annual salaries and benefits, etc. I think, you can think of the human as an API. It's a bit of a outlandish, far out there thought, but at a given point in time, some of the best humans to solve a problem related to a piece of code for telecommunications software, why could I not just, on top of leveraging AI, maybe swarm 100 different telecommunication AI developers, leverage that expertise and being able to solve much more complex problems. So we are going to have an infrastructure or a way in which I believe work would get done, where the human itself could potentially become a mini API or a mini request that comes in that we're dealing with and help putting our opinions on as well. It's a bold decision, but it's something that I believe we're getting to. We started with very monolithic applications which were ran on hardware that was very expensive, to distributed computing, to then SaaS and software as a service, to then AWSs of the world launching APIs, and then you have microservices. And so everywhere you go, it's all becoming smaller and smaller and smaller bits of information. And even pricing models have changed from here's my perpetual license and services with that, to here's my subscription service, to now here's my per request service, and you're buying bundles of that. I think that could definitely be coming into the workforce, and if it's not already happening in certain pockets.